Julie.
Hi, I'm Noah. This is my brother Zach, my niece Shiloh. She will be our assistant for today. So I want to be going over the assessment of heart rates and what that can look like. So you're going to take the person's arm. It's going to be their either left or right arm. It's going to be their radial pulse. So it'll be on the right side of their arm if it's pointed this way, or the left side if it's an anatomical position. So you go for the radial artery here. And so what you'll do is you can start a timer here. So what that can look like is hit start. Once it gets to 2 seconds right there, so I'll go 1. All right, perfect. So what I did is take his 15-second pulse. So you're gonna multiply that by 4. I got 20 beats per minute there for each second there. So that'd be 80 beats per minute total. And there's different ways that you can assess this. So it'll be 60 seconds where you can count every single beat, or you can do 30 seconds where you multiply that by 2, 15 by 4, and then you can take 10 seconds and multiply that by 6 if you need to. Whenever you assess the heart rate, you have to make sure that it's not above the heart, as that could add some resistance. So you want it to be below, and then the more stable you can be in the more quiet environment that you could be in, the better it'll be. Cool. All right, so now we're gonna be assessing the blood pressure. So we're -1 baby and we're +1 dog here, so his blood pressure should be at a normal rate. So what you're gonna be doing here is you're gonna have a blood pressure cuff with a sphygmomanometer usually. This is a machine system, but I won't be talking about that because that's not what I'm showing you today. And also just imagine if I had a stethoscope in my ears here, I would find his brachial artery on the distal medial aspect of the bicep here. I'd find his pulse, and then I'd put it right there. I'd pump up the sphygmomanometer up to 200 millimeters of mercury, and then I would slowly release the pressure, listening for any sort of subtle sound, being as still as possible, usually in a quiet environment. And then you're going to start to hear some sounds. These are the crot cough sounds. The first sound you're going to hear is going to be the systolic value. The systolic value is the pressure in the arteries as the blood is contracting. And then the second number you're going to hear is going to be much lower. That's going to be the diastolic value, that is the pressure in the arteries as the heart is at rest, while the heart is refilling for another contraction. We're gonna have the cuff right over the brachial artery. You wanna make sure that's being pumped up right there. You wanna make sure that's not on any other part of the arm, just because it won't give as accurate as a measure. Once you have it to 200 millimeters of mercury, the pressure should be occluding the artery just a little bit. And then you're gonna slowly let that out. You're gonna hear those crot cough sounds. A normal blood pressure should be 120 systolic value. That should be less than or equal to that, and then it should be less than or equal to 80 for a diastolic measure. All right, so those are 2 normal ways that you can assess the cardiac function. During exercise, you're going to see a pre-value and a post-value. So there's going to be measured a few minutes after you take any sort of function testing, just to see your heart's response to exercise. But the in-between values are going to be seeing an increase typically to a certain extent with your heart rate and blood pressure. The diastolic value shouldn't change too much over the course of exercise. That'd be a normal response, a normal healthy response. That's pretty much it.